When we look up at the sky, we often see airplanes leaving long white trails behind them. We can hear the roar of their engines as they pass overhead. These are the planes we are used to seeing, but there is another kind of aircraft, one that is designed to be unseen and unheard. This is the Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit, often called the stealth bomber. It is one of the most advanced and mysterious airplanes ever built by the United States. The B-2 is not like a normal passenger jet or a typical fighter plane. It has a unique shape and is made from special materials, all with one primary goal: to be invisible to the enemy. This aircraft represents a huge leap in aviation technology and military strategy. The B-2 Spirit is different from other planes in almost every way you can imagine. Its most striking feature is its shape. It doesn't have a tail or a distinct body like most aircraft. Instead, it looks like a giant dark boomerang, a design known as a flying wing. This shape is not just for looks, it is a critical part of what makes the B-2 so special. Every curve, every angle, and every surface of the plane is carefully engineered to avoid detection. When an enemy's radar sends out radio waves to find incoming aircraft, the B-2's design is meant to scatter those waves away or absorb them, rather than bouncing them back to the radar receiver. This makes the bomber incredibly difficult to spot on a radar screen, earning it the nickname, the Ghost. This ability to go unnoticed is what we call stealth. While other military planes might rely on speed or heavy defenses to survive, the B-2's greatest defense is its secrecy. It can fly deep into hostile territory without setting off alarms. This means it can reach targets that are heavily protected by advanced air defense systems, places where other aircraft would be quickly detected and shot down. The B-2 was developed during the final years of the Cold War, a time of great tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. The idea was to have a bomber that could penetrate the most sophisticated defenses imaginable, ensuring that no target was safe. The B-2 bomber is more than just a stealthy shape. It is a complete system of advanced technologies working together. From its special paint that absorbs radar signals to its engines that are buried deep inside the wing to hide their heat, everything is focused on reducing its signature. The pilots who fly these incredible machines are among the best in the U.S. Air Force, undergoing extensive training to handle the complex systems and long-duration missions. The existence of the B-2 sends a powerful message to potential adversaries that the United States has the capability to strike anywhere in the world at any time without warning. It is a symbol of American air power and technological superiority. Stealth technology, or low observability, is the science of making an object difficult to detect. For an aircraft like the B-2, this means being hard to see with radar, infrared sensors, and even the naked eye. Radar works by sending out radio waves and listening for the echoes that bounce back from objects. A normal airplane has many flat surfaces and sharp angles like the tail fin and engine pods, which act like mirrors for radar waves, reflecting them directly back to the source. This creates a strong signal or blip on the radar screen. The B-2, however, is designed to be the opposite of a mirror. Its smooth, blended surfaces and sharp, angled edges are designed to scatter the radar waves in all directions, away from the detector. The bomber's unique flying wing design is the first layer of its invisibility cloak. Without a vertical tail or a separate fuselage, there are far fewer surfaces to reflect radar energy. The leading edges of the wing are angled in a way that deflects incoming radar signals to the sides. The materials used to build the B-2 are just as important as its shape. The aircraft's skin is made of special composite materials that can absorb radar energy, much like a sponge soaks up water. This radar-absorbent material, or RAM, converts the electromagnetic energy from the radar into a tiny amount of heat, preventing it from bouncing back. It is a top-secret formula, and keeping it in perfect condition is a major part of the bomber's maintenance. Stealth goes beyond just fooling radar. The B-2 also needs to hide from heat-seeking missiles, which track the infrared energy given off by hot engine exhausts. The bomber's 4 powerful engines are buried deep within its thick wings. The hot exhaust gases are cooled before they are released through special S-shaped ducts on the top surface of the aircraft. This design shields the heat from sensors on the ground and mixes the hot air with cold air, significantly reducing the plane's heat signature. This makes it extremely difficult for infrared-guided weapons to lock onto the B-2, adding another layer to its defense and ensuring its survival in hostile airspace. Finally, the B-2 is also designed to be visually and audibly stealthy. Its dark gray color helps it blend in with the dark sky during its typical nighttime missions. At high altitudes, it is nearly impossible to spot from the ground. The engines are also designed to be quieter than those on other large aircraft, reducing the chance of being heard. All these elements, the shape, the materials, the cooled exhaust, and the low-profile operations, work together to create a multi-layered cloak of invisibility. This allows the B-2 to perform its missions with a high probability of success, getting in, striking its target, and getting out before the enemy even knows it was there. The B-2 Spirit is a masterpiece of aeronautical engineering, designed not only for stealth but also for incredible range and payload capacity. This aircraft can fly more than 6,000 nautical miles, or about 11,000 kilometers, on a single tank of fuel. With aerial refueling, its range is limited only by the endurance of its two-person crew. This global reach means the B-2 can take off from its home base at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, fly to any point on the planet, deliver its weapons, and return home without needing to land at a forward base. This capability is crucial, as it allows the U.S. to project power from the safety of its own territory, reducing the need for vulnerable overseas airfields. Inside its belly, the B-2 has two large bomb bays that can carry up to 40,000 pounds, or about 18,000 kilograms, of weapons. This payload can consist of a wide variety of munitions, making the bomber incredibly versatile. It can carry conventional bombs like the massive GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator designed to destroy deeply buried bunkers, or it can be loaded with dozens of smaller precision-guided smart bombs like the Joint Direct Attack Munition, or JDAM. This allows a single B-2 to strike multiple targets with pinpoint accuracy in a single pass. The aircraft can also carry nuclear weapons, making it a key part of America's nuclear triad, the combination of land-based missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and strategic bombers. The missions the B-2 is tasked with are among the most critical and dangerous. Its primary role is to act as a first-day-of-war weapon system. This means it is designed to be the first aircraft to enter heavily defended enemy airspace to take out the most important targets. These could include enemy command and control centers, integrated air defense systems, and facilities for weapons of mass destruction. By neutralizing these high-value targets at the very beginning of a conflict, the B-2 paves the way for other, less stealthy aircraft to operate more safely. Its ability to strike with surprise and precision can paralyze an adversary's ability to fight back effectively. Flying the B-2 is a demanding job. A typical mission can last for more than 30 hours, requiring the two pilots to be at peak performance for the entire duration. The cockpit is equipped with a small cot and a toilet, allowing one pilot to rest while the other flies the plane. The advanced avionics and automated systems help manage the workload, but the pilots must remain constantly vigilant, especially when flying deep inside enemy territory. The combination of its intercontinental range, massive payload, and precision strike capability makes the B-2 a truly strategic asset. It gives U.S. leaders a unique tool that can hold any target at risk, providing a powerful deterrent and a decisive military advantage. The B-2 Spirit first proved its incredible capabilities in combat during Operation Allied Force in 1999 over Kosovo. For the first time, the stealth bomber was sent into a real-world conflict zone to demonstrate its power. B-2S flew from their base in Missouri, made the long transatlantic flight to Serbia, and entered a region protected by a dense network of Soviet-era air defenses. In these missions, the bombers flew for over 30 hours, receiving multiple aerial refuelings along the way. They successfully destroyed key Serbian military targets with precision-guided bombs, all without a single B-2 being tracked or engaged by enemy forces. These missions were a powerful validation of the stealth concept. One particular story from this conflict highlights the B-2's effectiveness. The bombers were tasked with striking heavily defended command posts and airfields. In the opening nights of the air campaign, B-2S accounted for a tiny fraction of the total sorties flown by NATO aircraft, yet they were responsible for destroying over 30% of the initial high-value targets. They operated with near impunity, flying high above the surface-to-air missile sites that kept other aircraft at bay. This success sent a clear message. Advanced air defenses were no longer enough to guarantee safety from American air power. The B-2 had changed the rules of modern warfare, proving that it could go where no other aircraft could. Even today, more than 3 decades after its first flight, the B-2 Spirit remains a cornerstone of America's national security. In a world where new threats are constantly emerging, the B-2's ability to penetrate any airspace on the globe and deliver a decisive blow is more important than ever. It serves as a powerful deterrent, signaling to potential adversaries that aggression will come at an unacceptably high cost. The fleet of only 20 B-2s is a small but incredibly potent force, representing the cutting edge of U.S. military technology and a key element of its global vigilance mission. They are continuously updated with new software and avionics to stay ahead of evolving threats. The legacy of the B-2 is not just in its past accomplishments, but also in its influence on the future. The technologies and operational concepts pioneered by the B-2 program are now shaping the next generation of military aircraft, including the new B-21 Raider stealth bomber. The B-2 Spirit proved that stealth was not just a theoretical advantage but a combat-proven war-winning capability. As long as there are threats that hide behind formidable defenses, the United States will rely on this silent flying wing to hold them at risk. The B-2 remains America's vigilant guardian in the sky, a symbol of power and a promise of protection, ensuring that the nation can meet any challenge, anywhere in the world.